Being a content creator didn't actually make me block my family, but rather societal pressures way before I became a content creator did actually. Very early on in my life, I realized that I'm not the most conventional Malayali Muslim daughter. I was very boyish and very loud and not well behaved, in the sense that I'd be running around with the boys instead of, sitting quietly in one corner with my head down like, a girl is supposed to. And growing up, I had to hear a lot of lectures and, very strong opinions from not just my parents, but like anyone who felt entitled to police this different girl who seemed to be going, astray. I'm gonna be doing this a lot, I feel. So there was a time in my life when I used to wear the hijab, which is the headscarf, and obviously a lot of people were very happy with that. But what they didn't know was that I was doing it because it was fashionable to do so at that time. I grew up in the UAE and all my friends were doing it, so I did it too. And it earned me some respect in a way. But then I was also being policed for the way I was wearing it. So I used to tie it the way Emirati women would do it. So that'd be like a very fluffy clip underneath and it would just like look very voluminous, and I thought it was cute. And then one day, someone I know shamed me for it. They told me that according to the religion, which is not true by the way, women who tie up their scarves up high were apparently deemed at the same level of prostitutes. I was 14 years old when I was told this, so you can just imagine the kind of impact that had on me. Anyway, so I went through the whole process of sort of figuring myself out and learning who I am a bit better and what I truly wanted. And so I obviously came to a point where I realized if I'm not doing something for the right reasons, I shouldn't be doing it. So with the support of people who were close to me at that point in time, I eventually stopped wearing the hijab, because I obviously understood why women choose to wear it and completely respect that choice obviously. But I realized for me, I didn't want my character to be validated by a piece of clothing. So that's why I eventually stopped. So basically, when social media came about, it was a platform where I could express myself, and I wasn't gonna let anyone ruin that. This was my chance to be whoever I wanted to be, and a space that I thought I could control. A space where I wanted to be free of judgment and free of people who wanted to change me to fit into this teeny tiny little box that they approved of. So that's how the whole blocking thing started, which I'm 100% sure that a lot of Desi kids can relate to. I've seen the memes. Then when I started creating content, I could see that more and more people were starting to like it. And obviously on one side, it made me really happy. I felt validated for who I am, and it was nice to feel loved and accepted for just the way I am. On the other side, I was living in constant fear of people finding out. I mean, I have a huge family and I'm just one person. It's obviously almost impossible to catch them all and block them all. And it's not like my family is just full of terrible people who are out to ruin my life. It's just that I was trying to protect myself and protect what I really valued. Because in my head, I was thinking that all it takes is for someone to bring it up in front of the wrong people, and whatever I valued and worked hard to build would all come crashing down. And that is exactly what happened. Eventually, it did reach the ears of the concerned people, who then had an intervention with me to try and get me to stop whatever dangerous path I was going down. And then they hit me with the big, if you love your family, you'll stop all this nonsense. Yep. My biggest fear had come true. And I thought that I was the kind of person who would fight for what I wanted, but I had zero support. Zero. And that broke me. I just felt like that kid again who was wrong in every way, you know? And I started despising myself. Like, why am I like this? Like, why can't I just be good and do what's right and just like keep my head down and, you know, do what everyone wanted me to do? Yeah, and then I went through a difficult couple of years. My loyal followers will know what I'm talking about. I disappeared off the face of the earth, deactivated all my social media. I had to literally give up on so many amazing opportunities that I would be lucky to even come across today. All that just like pushed me further down the rabbit hole. Like, I was so sad and like bitter, and yeah, it was not pretty. But the good news is I did eventually find my way back, because here we are. But as any fight goes, we have to keep at it till the end and not give up just because 1 or 2 or 1,000 people continue to make it harder for us. We have to keep having these conversations no matter how uncomfortable they may be, because awareness is the first step to bringing any change. And obviously, you know how life goes. One set of problems you overcome, obviously the next set will come around. And one of many of those issues is obviously unsolicited DMs and comments. And you can watch my video on that over here.